Counterfeit technology is advancing rapidly, and protecting your business has never been more critical. After searching for a perfect way to safeguard my own business against counterfeit bills, I stumbled upon a device that might be all your business needs to validate bills. It's sleek, it's simple to use, and it may also be portable. Stay with me as we put this device through its paces, evaluate if it's simple enough for anyone to use, and uncover if it's truly the silver bullet for small businesses facing the threat of counterfeit bills. I purchased the Dri-Mark Flash Test counterfeit bill detector while in the middle of testing another product because I did not like the accuracy of the results I was getting while testing that other counterfeit bill detector. I discovered during my testing that the counterfeit bill detector device did not work for bills that were printed in the 1960s or earlier. After learning why the device failed and would always fail to validate old currency, I made the bold claim that all counterfeit detectors currently available to small businesses will also fail to validate old currency because I assumed they all would have the same limitation too. This includes the counterfeit detection pen that many businesses love to use. The chemical makeup of the paper used to make older currency was much different than it is today. Well, the Dri-Mark Flash Test detector claims that it can be used to validate old currency, and we will put it through the test to see if this is true. For those that are interested, here's a card for the unboxing video for this device. Unboxing videos are good for you to understand everything that comes and does not come with a product. Okay, let's dive right in. The Dri-Mark Flash Test detector uses 3 tests to check for counterfeit bills. It has an ink test, a watermark test, and an ultraviolet security strip test. U.S. currency is printed with a special magnetic ink, and if you have a strong enough magnet, you can actually see a bill react to the magnet when you get close to it. The Dri-Mark Flash Test detector checks for the special ink, which is concentrated at the top of U.S. bills. If the bill looks and feels normal, this may be the only test you need to perform. Any green light on the detector validates that the ink is present in the bill. If additional testing is needed to be performed, you can use the white LED light built into the detector to look for the watermark on the bill. Just click the white button to turn on the LED and hover the bill over the light. All modern bills except for the $1 and $2 bills contain a watermark located in the blank area on the right side of the bill, just to the right of the green treasury seal. The flash test detector comes with an ultraviolet light that allows you to check the security strip embedded in all bills $5 and greater. The detector also displays the side of the bill you should scan for the security strip along with the color it should show under the ultraviolet light. As soon as you plug in the Dri-Mark Flash Test detector, it's ready to use. You can test it by pressing the white button. The white LED should light up and stay on for about 10 seconds. First, we will start with the $1 bill. According to the instructions, we just need to slightly rub the top of the bill across the magnetic ink reader. Any green flash of light means that the detector identifies the magnetic ink in the bill. Next, let's try a $2 bill. The light flashes pretty quickly on this one. It's time for good old Abe Lincoln. This bill is a little bit more worn than the other bills. Not getting a green flash as quickly as with the other bills. Let's try to rub over the part where the United States of America is printed. And doing that, we get a little flash which is good enough for this test. Next is the $10 bill. I would just rub over the United States of America printed on this bill. Let's try the $20 bill. We got a light, so this one is good too. $50 bill. We got a light pretty quickly on this one. Now it's time for Mr. Benjamin Franklin. This one tested good too. Time for the watermark test. $1 and $2 bills don't have watermarks. Watermarks start with the $5 bill. There could be one of 2 different watermarks on a $5 bill, a portrait of Abraham Lincoln or the number 5. On this bill, it's the number 5. Next, we review the watermark on the $10 bill. For $10 bills and above, the watermark mirrors the portrait in the center of the bill. See right here? Let's test the 20 now. You can see the watermark right here. The $50 bill, and here's the watermark. And last and not least, the $100 bill. And here's the watermark. Now it's time for the UV test. As with the watermark test, $1 and $2 bills do not contain a security thread. $5 bills and higher have a security thread woven into it, which is visible from both sides when held up to the light. It features the bill denomination. What's special about the security thread is that it will change color under ultraviolet light. On a $5 bill, the security thread can be either on the left side of the portrait or the right side of the portrait and will turn blue under ultraviolet light. Although the security thread can be visible from the back too, it's very difficult to view the color, and it's recommended that you view the security strip from the front of the bill when validating it. On the $10 bill, the security thread can be found to the right of the portrait and will turn orange under the ultraviolet light. On the $20 bill, the security thread can be found on the far left of the bill and will turn green under ultraviolet light. On the $50 bill, the security thread can be found to the right of the portrait and will turn yellow under the ultraviolet light. On the $100 bill, the security thread is just to the left of the portrait and will turn pink under the ultraviolet light. This thread can be quite faint, so you may have to look really closely. So the Dri-Mark Flash Test detector was able to validate current bills that we know were real, but how does it handle older currency and counterfeit bills? I have a 1957 silver certificate, a $5 bill that has a black mark on it that may be from a counterfeit detector pen or just a black marker, and the counterfeit bill my cashier took. Side note, if you receive counterfeit money, you should contact your local authorities or your bank so it can be reported to the United States Secret Service. I do plan on handing this counterfeit bill over to the authorities after I have finished my testing. First, let's test the silver certificate. This bill is pretty worn, so I'm curious to see if the Dri-Mark Flash Test detector will find any trace of magnetic ink in the bill. I got one little green flash, but it seems difficult to get another green flash of the detector. Okay, I got another one green flash, so I guess that's good enough. Let's see if this black mark on this $5 bill is from a counterfeit detector pen or a black marker. Guess it was from a black marker. The bill contains magnetic ink. Just to be sure, we'll check for the watermark and the security thread inside the bill. Next, the counterfeit bill. No reaction from the detector at all. If this bill was real, it would have been published before the watermark and security threads were being added to bills, so the watermark and UV test won't help us here. Let's see if I can find any older or worn bills that we can test. While searching for older or worn bills, I happened to find two star notes. A star note is a bill that has a star next to the serial number, and they're replacement bills. If a mistake or defect is discovered on the bill after it has been printed, it's destroyed and a new bill is issued in its place with a star after the serial number. Let's test the worn bills. The detector doesn't react quickly to these worn bills, which could be an issue if we had to test a lot of $1 bills. The detector will be used to test higher denominations, which will be less worn than the $1 bills. So what's my verdict? At first glance, I like the low profile of the device, and its ability to detect counterfeit bills is hidden from the customer in a way that makes their experience better. I like the fact that you can turn the audible alert off so your customers won't be alerted to what you're doing. That alone is a pro for this device. I'm sure you all can relate of having that one customer who would get all huffy and defensive when you're trying to just do your job and make sure their money is legit. It detects the magnetic ink in bills that are not too worn pretty quickly, but you have to move it a lot with bills that's worn for the detector to detect the magnetic ink. Using the LED light to view the watermark was very simple to use and can also be used to look at the denomination printed in the security thread. The ultraviolet light test works pretty well to see the colors in the security thread, but the brighter the area is where you have the detector, the fainter the security thread will look. This is why I see counterfeit bill detectors that only check for the security thread have a little cover over the area where you would place the bill. That cover will cast a shadow over the bill so you can see the colors of the security thread more quickly. Once plugged in, the Dri-Mark Flash Detector stays ready to use and is maintenance free, which is another pro for this device. I was also able to use the Dri-Mark Flash Test Detector with a portable battery pack, which means I can take it with me on the road, and there's nothing in the documentation that's prohibited for outdoor use. All in all, I think the Dri-Mark Flash Test Detector is an affordable, quick, and accurate counterfeit bill detector device that every small business that deals with cash should consider. I hope this review was helpful to you, and please share it with other business owners you may know.